about your next coming here and about your future concerts?
Well, we're coming in August. It looks like it's going to be August the 9th at the stadium, Lennon Stadium. And it's something that we felt that we should come over here now and start to talk about because it's a 100,000-seat venue, I mean, for our first time here. But we've been a touring act all over the world for, the last 5 years. And this is probably, the highest high that we could ever have imagined coming to Moscow and playing. So we're looking forward to it.
What kind of message can you leave for the Soviet youngsters? It's about 140 million people watching you now.
I think that I want them to open their eyes and their ears and their hearts to us, and we want to do the same here in the Soviet Union and bring the next generation of the world together.
My ear. I'm going to get my kids back after this. All you got to do is get low with the camera.
I'm getting older every day. I'm 26.
Are you a wealthy man?
Not a wealthy man. I have a good job. I'm tiptoeing around here, but... Сколько денег вы получаете за тренинг, скажем, в США?
If it's not a secret, how much are you paid for the, well, let's say, average or middle class complex?
Anywhere between $50,000 and $100,000 a month.
50 до 100 тысяч долларов.
Вы женаты?
Are you married?
No. Soviet girls definitely have a they're looking good. See, the whole reason we named this album New Jersey, basically, is because this is this place where we happen to live in. I was brought up in Woodbridge, New Jersey.
A place called Colonia, New Jersey.
Perth Amboy, New Jersey, which is the crotch of America.
It's an industrial little town called Sayreville.
Exit 10, as they say, New Jersey. Everybody's from the exit. I think I was probably one of them nerdy kids. Yeah, glasses, played the violin. You know, one of those ones. And my mom beat me up. Stewart's root beer stands. You know, you put the tray on the car like that and take the order. The dad worked at Kinney Shoes, Rickles, anything for a buck.
In a junkyard, it was like an auto body place. Worked in a couple fast food restaurant situations. I was a busboy. Worked at Kinney Shoes, selling shoes. I was fired from every job I'm telling you about.
One of my first jobs were working for a cleaner, delivering clothes to hotels and picking up the dirty clothes.
I was a roofer for a while. And I was an artist. I think that's where I get my rhythm from, using a hammer.
I don't think that anywhere I've been around the world you can get a good greasy sub like you can in Jersey.
The girls.
Girls are girls.
Jersey girls.
Small little bathing suits.
How am I going to say this without getting in trouble?
They're loose.
I like girls. I like all kinds of girls.
New Jersey's, it's a state of mind. It's an attitude.
Factories to death in North Jersey. So that's the fast food. It's real fast. It glows.
It's really hard to describe. I guess I'm going to have to take everybody there, you know.
We got off the road October of last year. And stayed in Hawaii for 2 weeks on a vacation. We finished our tour in Honolulu. We did 5 nights or something, and then we stayed there for another week or so. Came right back, went right back to work. It was the beginning of November, and by Christmas time we had a new 17-song demo. We didn't work very hard. We recorded and finished 22 songs in a 3-month period. So we go for that spontaneity type of vibe. We didn't want to do was make Slippery Part 2, and it definitely isn't. We have more experience playing as a band. We did 260 some odd shows. If you don't get a little better, something's definitely wrong. So it's a more mature effort.
The album is varied. There's a lot of different stuff on it. something like a song called Homebound Train might, you know, give people shades of old Beck or Aerosmith or something like that. Yet something like I don't know, you know, Born to Be My Baby is a Bon Jovi song, you know. I mean, if anyone else was to do it, it sounds like them, you know what I mean? It sounds like us. And then at the end of the album, there's another piece where it's just me and Rich playing acoustics, and, you know, it's like you're almost in the bedroom in my house where we write the songs, because that's the way it was recorded, and that's the way we write songs together. So it's more or less like a book or a movie instead of just a collection of 10 songs. It'll take you inside the band this year. With our album and our tour and everything, like I said, we wanted to bring the kids closer, like, come on in, man, you know, like, check us out a little closer this time, you know, you saw us in this light, and it was our first impact, you know, and now it's time, you know, come on in, check it out. You know, the first song on the record is called Lay Your Hands On Me. It was kind of something to say, like, okay, so yeah, okay, we did sell the records and we did all this other stuff, but it doesn't matter, man. We need them, you know what I mean? We need that interaction. We're a live band. We had the kids come in and check it out. We wrote about 34 songs for this, you know, thing, and then we narrowed that down to 22 that we recorded when we did the record. And then, it's a tough thing when you get so close to material, so we went back and we brought 50 kids into the studio and said, listen to this, and gave them a little pad and, you know, check off and see what they liked and stuff like that. And they actually reacted to a couple songs that wouldn't have made the record. It's a lot of audience participation, you know. I mean, the shows really revolve around that. Without that, you know, we feel like a Bon Jovi show would be a big sound check, you know. I see so many shows that there's no participation. It's almost like there's a glass wall up. And, you know, we'll never be criticized for not having enough participation. You know?
Together, and it started to be a lot of fun, and, you know, music was a lot of fun, and we just decided to do this record together. And the 9 out of 10 tracks are co-written, and the whole record is co-produced with John. It was the first time I've ever used a co-producer, too, so. But we used a lot of stuff on the record that you wouldn't normally hear on a rock record. We hear, you know, I used African chants in Modern World, I used Indian chants in Medicine Man.
MTV, as a matter of fact, and I said, you know, guys, Aldo wants to make this great video. We want to put them both together. 2 songs, 2 videos, 1 big movie concept. John's idea, so if you really love it, if everybody loves the video, then it actually is my idea. But, you know, if you don't like it, then it was John's idea.
Not since Madonna's life.